UTA met with those Olympic leaders aboard a TRAX train to talk about how Utah is ready to move the world again. Tow trucks are here on Main Street. They're starting to clear just some of the wreckage. I mean, it's still chaos. There's broken glass and car parts everywhere. Just before 7 p.m., officials say they got a call that a woman fell through the ice here at the reservoir and a man went after her. Initially, Davis County Dispatch responded to a road rage incident on the causeway of Antelope Island State Park. There are some flurries right now. It's windy, it's cold. Earlier today, I was talking to some Utahns about how they're preparing for the stormy weekend. It's clear police questioned Robertson after he threatened utility workers who were in his backyard with a gun. This pilot program will give temporary housing to 50 unsheltered people through small pods. A few years ago, a big corporate business moved in right across the lot from Hildy's Gifts. But Diana says she and her mom never felt that Walmart was competition. Amid the ongoing litigation, the trails will remain closed. The BLM is in the process of putting up more signs so people know where they can and can't go.
I know every turn, every curve, when it gets dark outside or first thing in the mornings, I know where I'm at. So.
Every time Josh Mamea gets behind the bus wheel, he says he's living his childhood dream.
Ever since I was about 6 or 7, I've always wanted to be a bus driver. Had always a fascination with buses in general.
Riders know him as Uncle Maui.
My name's Maui, as you can tell.
The nickname given to him by his nieces due to his resemblance to the character from the Disney movie Moana.
He announced himself as Maui and we all laughed, and we were on a very crowded bus and he's like, we'll make it as smooth as possible, and he's just making jokes with us the whole time.
UTA's ski bus service ends this weekend, even though some of the resorts plan on staying open for at least another month. This winter has made driving up the canyons difficult and dangerous, but Maui says he's going to miss his favorite routes.
I just love meeting the people, being in the mountains. I love the outdoors anyway, so what a better way to be than to be on my bus in the mountains.
Some riders spend every weekend trying to get on Maui's bus.
He's got a great personality, and like all his bus rides are super smooth and he's super funny.
With UTA cutting the ski bus service in half this season and the constant snow exacerbating traffic problems, Maui says many riders have been frustrated.
I do feel the frustration, but I think that's where my personality comes in. A lot on the weekends, our buses are packed full. So there is tension, but on my bus, it's always a light mood. I always make sure people feel comfortable, feel safe.
In Big Cottonwood Canyon, Jenna Bree, Fox 13 News, Utah.
It's not just about getting out and seeing the stuff. It's about the challenge of getting the vehicle there as well, that I personally and our family has built our legacy on.
Richard Mick grew up in Moab, rock crawling up and down the treacherous Hey Joe Canyon to see the old uranium mine in his dad's Jeep.
There's a lot of really cool equipment, old mine carts and old bulldozers and stuff like that I used to play on all the time as a kid. My family would come out here for a nice picnic, and you could just imagine little Richard just bouncing around all the old mining equipment, and it was so cool.
But today, the Hey Joe Canyon Trail ends abruptly with a big gate and barbed wire fencing. It's one of the many trails in the Labyrinth Rim's Gemini Bridges area that are now closed as part of the BLM's new travel management plan.
I guess I'm as proud of American as most Americans are, and I regard this land as my land.
The Utah Public Lands Alliance is supporting a lawsuit challenging the agency to keep these trails open.
It's stuff that you can't see on a TV screen or a computer or on a tablet. There's nothing like being out here and seeing what's actually here.
Amid the ongoing litigation, the trails will remain closed. The BLM is in the process of putting up more signs so people know where they can and can't go.
We did close 317 miles of routes in this area, but we still have 3,600 miles open to off-highway travel.
Moab Field Manager David Powell says this plan was born out of the demand to protect wildlife and natural resources and improve public safety.
We apparently at the time did not look at the resource concerns, and so we were looking at each route in depth.
Labyrinth Rim's Gemini Bridges serves multiple uses: cattle grazing, dispersed camping, oil and gas pipelines, and of course, recreation.
As recreation increases, this area sees about 3 million visitors per year. The area of wildlife habitat has been decreasing.
But Kevin Keller says closures aren't the answer when there are opportunities to educate the public on recreating responsibly on some of the best off-roading in the country.
We have to be able to have access to our land. It's our land.
In Moab, Jenna Bree, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Maybe just brings back a little bit of the Christmas joy.
It's the first week of April,
Merry Christmas!
but Kenny Cap isn't letting the Christmas spirit melt away.
Everybody loves the things that Santa represents.
Seeing his bountiful neighbors frustrated dealing with snow, he decided it was time to dig out the red suit.
With all the snow we've been getting, you start hearing people, oh no, I wish you'd quit, I wish you'd quit. And it's like, I can have some fun with this.
He jumped in his four-wheeler and drove through parking lots and neighborhoods.
So fun to see Santa, especially here in spring and the snow. Definitely fitting, and it's good to see him out and about. Who did you see?
Santa Claus.
You saw Santa Claus?
Kenny actually considers himself an introvert.
I love your gloves! Are you having fun today?
Yeah.
But when he puts on the suit and the hat, Kenny becomes Santa.
My wife says, you gotta remember you're not Santa. I said, oh, but I am Santa.
Kenny says he plans on going out and spreading the Christmas cheer all week long, or at least until all the snow melts and it starts feeling like spring. In Bountiful, Jenna Bree, Fox 13 News, Utah. Autumn Spencer opened Seasons Salon and Day Spa when she was just 21 years old.
My grandma owned a salon and a wig shop, and so we just dreamed this up together one day when I was 13. Seasons is named Seasons because autumn was her favorite season.
One early November morning, she lost everything in a fire.
It's 100% destroyed, so we lost everything. All of the equipment and the 17 years of blood, sweat, and tears.
Her dream lost in the ashes. But then, stylists from other salons in the area started reaching out.
She's been a friend for years, and it's to watch your business go up in flames is one of those things. I tried to put myself in her situation. If that happened to me, what would I want? What would I need? How could I help?
Mike Koalas taught Autumn in hair school almost 2 decades ago. The Relic Salon owner offered Autumn space for her stylist in his salon so she could keep her business alive.
It's always exciting to watch somebody build something from the ground up. It's exciting to watch somebody that's passionate about something take their ideas and their vision and make it a reality.
A few weeks later, a building owner in Linden told Autumn he had a space that could work for her.
It's part of my business, so that's good, but that's not what I was after. I could see what she had to go through there. It was a terrible experience, and I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
A space for her 8 businesses in one salon, Autumn has been designing from the beginning.
If we could have the perfect place, this is what it would be, and that's what we're trying to put here.
Seasons is expected to be open for business at its new home in just a couple of months. In Orem, Jenna Bree, Fox 13 News, Utah.